Good morning, students. It's Monday, April 27th, and And I am coming to you to talk to you this week about what you're going to be doing for your at-home learning time. Guys, I know that the end of this week is already May. In class, we'd be gearing up for the EOCs, which I know you would be doing excellent on, and we would be really prepared for that. But this week is a little bit different. So now we're at home, you're working on a variety of different things, and I want you to remember that the goal for you is to grow as a reader, a writer, and a thinker. So this week, I really want you to focus on changing your writing a little bit because I've noticed a little bit of a backward slide since we've started our journals, and I want to address some of those things today by leading you through a few exercises. First, I'm going to be honest. You got to focus on your writing. Your writing in class is much better than your writing at home. So I do not want you to revert back to what we've been working on all year or revert back to what you were before you came to my class. I want you to really focus on being that strong writer that I know you are. And you're going to have to excuse my sniffles. My allergies are killing me. Here are some things that I thought of. First of all, I am reading your journals, even if Caroline doesn't think I am. So make sure that you are writing like a ninth grader. Preferably, you're writing like a 10th grader. I do not want you writing like a third grader or a fourth grader or a fifth grader. I do not want to have a hard time reading your work. I don't want to look at a paragraph and see no punctuation. That is not acceptable behavior of a ninth grader. I want you to be reading every day. Like it or not, you're going to be reading for the rest of your life, and so it's really important that you read every single day. And finally, guys, if you turn in your work and it's good, 70 or above, I have to give you 100. It's either 100 or nothing. So guys, your grade can only improve if you are finishing these assignments and doing them at all like you care. Now, I'm not going to give you a grade if you turn in something that doesn't look like it's ninth grade work. You know me better than that, and I'm not going to accept behavior or work that is just slopped down on paper. Okay? So understand that you should be reading. You should be halfway finished with your book at this time so that you can finish it by the end of next week, and you need to make sure that you're doing that. This week, I want you to really focus on how to write your journals. Okay, so one day a week, I want you to do each of these next slides. First, I want you to pick one of these things to write about on the first day of your journal. Think about details from your day. I am tired of reading "I woke up" for everybody's first sentence. Okay, so try to change that. Think about a detail that's engaging. You could make a list. You could write poetry. You could create a review about a movie that you've recently watched. You could write a letter. I would love to read a letter from you to me. But I want you to think about writing at least a paragraph minimum, a paragraph of ninth grade level writing, not third grade level writing. And then I want you to think about creating and crafting sentences that are strong with compound and complex words. I want you to lengthen your thoughts out. On this, and you can go back and read these, but basically I just sat down and I wrote each one of these examples for you. I wanted to see how long it took me, and I wanted to see, I wanted to practice. Of course, I love to journal, so I wanted to practice it as well. So this will be in your notebook or in Google Classroom, and you'll be able to go back and read these as examples. These are just mentor writing that you can use, but I did write a letter to you today. Notice that I included multiple paragraphs. I included commas. I included sentences that end with a question mark, a period, and an exclamation point. So I'm thinking about how I'm a writer, but I'm also thinking about what my thoughts are. It's not just today I did this, I did this, I did this. I don't want you just to write me a grocery list. The next time that you sit down to write, on the second day that you write, I want you to write something to your future self. So I want you to look at these topics that are listed today, and I want you to think about writing to your future self. You could write about your hopes and dreams. You could write about things you dislike. You can write about your family. But I want you to think about what would you say to yourself 20 years from now. So 20 years from now, I'll actually be 61. Coach Hall is sitting over there and he's probably thinking, good Lord, she's going to be old. And I wrote about my hopes and dreams today because down the road, I want to make sure, I guess I'm being a little bit selfish, but I want to see my girls reach all of their milestones. So I hope that I can live long enough to see them do all kinds of great things. And that's what I wrote about for my journal today. Again, it doesn't take long to write about things that are close to your heart, but you can still write with multiple paragraphs, semicolons, write strong sentences that include compound sentences, two sentences put together with a comma and a conjunction, and just keep working on your words. Don't just write to get it out of the way. On the third day of your writing, I want you to write about something that is a recent event. Construct the event so that I can see them or feel them. And then a couple of you have been adding some pictures to your journals, and I love those pictures. They're really, really good. So I'm going to write about Patricia. Patricia, as you can see, is a turtle. And so I just wrote a paragraph real quick about the life of Patricia. We found her at a turtle trap while Barry and I and the girls were going fishing. And that's one thing that we really love to do. And we kept her for about 10 days. And being the mom, by about day 5, my kids were not paying Patricia a lot of attention, and I was worried about her health. So we finally took her over to the Gordon Central Pond and we let her go. Off she zoomed into the world, and we don't think we'll have another pet turtle anytime soon. And then the last day of your writing this week, or the last time you write this week, I want you to write about something unfamiliar. I want you to read an article. Remember those articles of the week that we did all year? Those articles of the week were meant to inform you about what's going on in the world, and that's never been more important than now. I want you to think about something that you want to know more about. For instance, the NFL draft was this weekend, and I'm thinking that if Coach Hall had to do this assignment, he might read an article about one of those players that was drafted. I'm very interested in what's going on in our economy right now in COVID, so I'm going to read an article about that. I want you to basically pick an article of the week, and I want you to think about what we did in class and write about that. If you just did that, that would be a full page or more if you're writing this. So I want you to think about a topic, and then I want you to do a quick research and read an article about it. Remember in class, you wrote at the beginning 3 paragraphs, summary, analysis, reflection. And so think about how you could do that in my class. On my side, you'll see that I wrote about food banks, and I'm very concerned about students and families right now. My family's in a fortunate situation because Coach Hall and I are still getting paid for our work, but everybody's family is not like that. And the long-term effects of this are going to be great. So that was something that was kind of on my heart as I was writing about it. And notice again, 4 paragraphs. It didn't take long because I'm writing about something that I just read about. The link is up here. But I also am writing about something that I care about. And when you write about things that you care about, it just goes a lot quicker. So listen, guys, this week you have 3 tasks. First, I want you to improve your journal writing this week. I do not want to read journals that sound exactly the same as last week or the week before. I want you to follow the 4 formats that I've given you and think about how you can write that will make your writing stronger, make it longer, make it more complex, because y'all are almost sophomores. In Google Classroom, there is a question. I posted it last week. It's due tomorrow, Tuesday. So I want you to write about the setting of your book from last week's mini lesson. And then I want you to continue to read and keep your reading long. You should plan to finish your book by the end of next week so that we can do a culminating activity during our last 2 weeks of class. Guys, I miss you so much. I want you to continue to watch these YouTube videos and continue to work and push yourself. Don't just make this something that you've got to get done. Make this something that you look forward to and that you'll spend a few times, just a few moments every day, reading something that you love and writing about something that you care about. I miss you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you soon. Bye, guys.